The Yukon River cuts through the dense forests of interior Alaska like a living vein. Here, where the Alaskan wilderness stretches endlessly beneath towering peaks, ancient spruce and pine trees rise above the forest floor, their massive trunks dusted with early winter snow. The ground beneath the dense canopy holds only scattered white patches, protected by interlocking branches that filter winter's full weight. Between thick tree roots and fallen logs, the earth remains visible, dark and rich with decomposing needles. The air tastes of pine resin and ice, sharp and clean. Water flows swift and dark, not yet frozen, carrying the sound of distant mountains down through this wooded valley. A gray wolf moves between the trees with fluid grace. His coat is thick winter fur, layers of gray and silver that seem to absorb and reflect the dappled forest light. Lean muscle shifts beneath that insulation, each step silent on the mixture of snow and soft earth. His amber eyes scan the riverbank where exposed gravel meets flowing water. Salmon, late runners from the autumn migration, rest in shallow pools behind submerged logs. Easy prey. Necessary calories. Winter in the Alaskan forest demands constant fuel. He is alone. His pack pursues deer 3 ridges away, but he has ranged ahead, following old instincts, old roots carved through these woods by generations of wolves before him. Here, the river provides. Here, survival simplifies to catching fish before the deep freeze locks everything solid. He moves closer, weaving between moss-covered boulders and twisted roots, nose testing the air, reading invisible messages carried through the pines. Then he catches a scent that stops him mid-stride. Grizzly bear. Fresh. Close. From deeper within the forest, the grizzly bear appears. Massive beyond comparison to the wolf. Perhaps 300 kilograms of raw power wrapped in brown fur, already thickening for winter. He pushes through the undergrowth, branches bending and snapping under his weight. He has not yet entered hibernation. Food remains available in this protected river valley, and his body demands more, always more, building reserves for the long sleep ahead. The river draws him as it draws all hunters in these lean times. The grizzly bear's head swings toward the wolf. Recognition is instant. Not prey, not threat, competitor. His small eyes, almost hidden in folds of fur and muscle, lock on to the smaller predator. The wolf freezes, body tensed like a drawn bowstring, every sense heightened. Between them, perhaps 25 meters of forest floor, tree trunks creating vertical barriers, roots offering uneven footing. Speed alone cannot guarantee victory. Terrain matters, strategy matters. The wolf's world is this forest, these trees, this intricate maze of obstacles and escape routes. The grizzly bear's world is overwhelming force, unstoppable momentum, strength that breaks what cannot be avoided. The river flows beside them, dark water moving, between ice-rimmed stones, indifferent to the tension building along its banks. The wolf needs those fish. His pack waits beyond the ridgeline. Young ones depend on every kill, every calorie brought back through the snow. He cannot retreat easily. Survival and duty bind him to this moment. He takes one careful step sideways, positioning himself behind a thick fallen log, using terrain as shield and leverage. The grizzly bear advances, not charging, but walking with deliberate purpose through the scattered snow between tree trunks. His massive paws leave deep impressions in the soft earth beneath the white dusting. Each step announces his intention. This fishing spot belongs to him now. The smaller predator should yield, should run, should recognize the hierarchy written in size and claw. But the wolf does not run. His lips curl back, revealing teeth designed for tearing, for gripping, for delivering precise damage to vital areas. A growl builds in his chest, low and resonant, carrying through the forest silence like distant thunder. It is warning. It is defiance. It is the voice of a predator who has claimed this stretch of river first. The grizzly bear pauses, his ears flatten slightly against his skull. The sound triggers old memories, old encounters with wolf packs that mobbed and harassed, that turned a simple meal into an exhausting defense. But this is a single wolf, alone. No pack materializes from the trees. The odds favor overwhelming strength. The grizzly bear resumes his advance, moving around a massive pine trunk, closing the distance. The wolf shifts position, keeping the fallen log between them, using the terrain's complications. His movements are liquid, economical, conserving energy while maintaining options. Behind him, the river continues its ancient song, water sliding over stones, carrying the cold voice of high mountain snowmelt. Suddenly, the grizzly bear lunges forward with startling speed for his bulk. Snow and earth explode beneath his paws as he surges around the log barrier. The wolf reacts instantly, leaping sideways, using a low boulder as launching point. His trajectory takes him to higher ground, an exposed root system where footing is treacherous but defensible. The grizzly bear's momentum carries him past, his claws gouging deep furrows in the log where the wolf stood moments before. The wolf barks sharply, the sound cracking through the forest like breaking ice. It is challenge. It is territory claim. It is announcement to any listening that this ground is disputed, not surrendered. He circles on his elevated position, keeping the grizzly bear in view, maintaining distance, refusing to be cornered against the river or trapped between trees. The grizzly bear turns, his massive body pivoting with surprising agility among the forest obstacles. His breath steams in the cold air, visible clouds that speak of exertion and rising temperature despite the winter chill. He rises partially on hind legs, displaying his full, impressive height, arms spread wide, claws extended like ivory daggers. This is dominance display. This is final warning. Submit or face consequences, but the wolf has calculated something crucial. The grizzly bear is strong, unstoppable in open ground. But here, among these trees, between roots and logs and uneven terrain, agility matters, speed matters, the ability to change direction instantly, to use obstacles as allies rather than hindrances. The forest favors the smaller, faster predator in ways the grizzly bear cannot easily overcome. The wolf darts forward, not attacking but testing, snapping at the grizzly bear's nearest paw before dancing back out of reach. The grizzly bear swipes, his claws whistling through empty air where the wolf existed a heartbeat before. The smaller predator has already repositioned, circling, using a cluster of young pines as temporary shield. Another dart forward, another snap, this time toward the grizzly bear's rear leg. Contact. Brief. Teeth graze through fur but find no purchase in muscle. The grizzly bear roars. The sound fills the forest, echoing off tree trunks, sending snow cascading from overburdened branches above. Birds erupt from the canopy in a panicked flutter of wings. It is frustration. It is rage. It is the voice of a predator unaccustomed to evasion, to resistance from prey that should flee. But the wolf is not prey. He is competitor. He is territory holder. He is survivor in a landscape that demands intelligence as much as strength. He continues his harassment, darting and retreating, forcing the grizzly bear to pivot, to expend energy, to grow increasingly frustrated with forest obstacles that prevent the decisive confrontation he seeks. Minutes pass. Energy depletes. The The grizzly bear's movements become heavier, his breathing more labored. The elevation, the cold, the constant turning and swiping without connecting drains even his massive reserves. The wolf remains quick, calculated, refusing to commit to any action that risks being caught by those killing claws. Finally, the grizzly bear makes his choice. The fish are not worth this effort. Other pools exist upstream where no wolf contests his presence. He turns, not in defeat, but in pragmatic calculation. Energy spent here is energy not stored for winter sleep. He crashes back into the undergrowth, moving deeper into the forest, his sounds gradually fading as distance increases. The wolf waits, listening, watching, ensuring the departure is genuine, not tactical retreat before renewed attack. Only when silence returns, broken only by river song and wind through pine branches, does he descend from his defensive position. He approaches the water's edge cautiously, eyes still scanning, nose testing for any trace of returning threat. The salmon rest undisturbed in their shallow pool. The wolf enters the cold water without hesitation, his focus absolute. Within moments, he has caught one, then another, quick strikes and efficient kills. Food secured, territory defended. The forest has witnessed another negotiation in the endless dialogue between predators who share these woods. He carries his catch into the trees, moving swiftly now, heading back toward distant packmates who depend on his success. Behind him, the Yukon flows on, bordered by snow-dusted pines that stand like silent witnesses to the confrontation played beneath their branches. In this cathedral of wood and water along interior Alaska's wilderness, survival belongs to those who understand that strength comes in many forms, that wisdom sometimes outweighs size, that knowing terrain can tip the balance when giants clash.